Damian Lillard is heading back home to the Portland Trail Blazers on a 3-year, $42 million contract. I'm Coy Camiscioli here, Philly Sports Talk, going to break down the signing for you as things have worked out for the Blazers in recent years in the way that they traded Dame and pretty much got to keep all their assets as they get Dame back. So let's break it down. Just a couple years ago, the Blazers traded Lillard for Drew Holiday, Tumani Kumara, other assets in 2023, and then traded Holiday to Boston to acquire Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and other assets that led to Deni Avdija. And now the Blazers have ended up with Dame Lillard, Drew Holiday, Deni Avdija, Robert Williams, Tumani Kamura, a 2029 first-round pick, and 2 Milwaukee pick swaps. So it's safe to say that the Blazers won because they weren't even contending for a title when Damian Lillard was traded in the first place. So they got a chance to build up the roster and bring him back on a cheaper contract. It is a 3-year, $42 million deal that is expected to include a player option 2027, 2028, and a no-trade clause to go along with that. Lillard is now 35 years old, and he has announced that he will not return next season, which is as expected as he continues to rehab his Achilles injury that he suffered in the playoffs with the Bucks, which does stink, but it's going to be cool to see Lillard back in Portland playing in just a year and a half. So Dame Dolla, the nickname, will come into fruition because he is going to get a salary of $70 million next year between the two teams of the Bucks and the Blazers, and a salary of $141 million the next 2 years ahead of an opt-out in 2027. So some crazy numbers. He is going to be rolling in the bank. Again, I know health is the most important thing, as I'm sure he would trade some of that money to not have this Achilles injury ever happen. But things are going to work out for Damian Lillard in the long run, even if he does not end up with the ring, as it's looking like that might not happen at the current moment with this Portland roster, even though they do look young and exciting. I'll get to that in a minute. But it is clear that Lillard wanted to go back home to Portland and that it is in the utmost importance to be with his family, especially his kids, especially through this rehab process, and that he did not want to do it anywhere else but Portland because he had mid-level exception offers and minimum offers from around the league's most contending teams. So it's gonna be cool to see Lillard back. You always love to see a loyal player. He wanted to play for Reign with the Milwaukee Bucks for a couple seasons, and to any contender at the time, but it happened to be the Milwaukee Bucks. Things didn't work out, and he's back home. So hopefully Portland can contend in a few years. I would like to see Dame get some big-time minutes again for the Trailblazers, but you never know. It's not looking that way as of now. So the current Trailblazers roster and depth chart: Drew Holiday, Shaedon Sharpe, Deni Avdija, Jeremy Grant, Donovan Clayton, along with Scoot Henderson, Tumani Kumara, Matisse Thybulle, Chris Murray, Robert Williams, and Damian Lillard will be waiting just a couple years to join this rotation. So it's kind of an interesting and fun rotation. And a quick edit there is I forgot to add in Jan Hansoon, who the Blazers drafted in the first round. He's looking like a really good center. So some good things in Portland. I just want to throw that in because he should definitely not go unnamed in their rotation. There's some ifs there and some guys like Scoot Henderson, but and how much their ceiling really is now after not as much living up to the expectations that we thought coming out of the draft. But it should be exciting to see, and hopefully Damian Lillard rehabs well. He has a lot of time, doesn't have to stress. Should come back healthy in a year and a half. Come back for that 2027 NBA season, if I'm getting that right. So hold on, let's say 2025. This is 2025, 26, 2026, 2027 NBA season. But yeah, I think things will work out for the Blazers, and this is obviously where Damian Lillard wants to be. As for the Bucks, they are in a weird spot right now. Obviously, they signed Miles Turner, and their roster though is a little weird right now, and I think they're past their window. We're gonna have to see some LeBron James level carrying between Giannis Antetokounmpo if he wants to make things relevant back in Milwaukee and to potentially win a playoff series. But this is the Blazers podcast, and I'm happy to see Damian Lillard happy back at home. And same thing with Portland Trailblazers. I'm sure they are happy to have him back and that fan base. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for listening.